Oh, what is up, everybody? Welcome in to Post League. Tonight it's going to be, I believe, a Week 5 matchup between our boys over on 7 Days as they take on the PackRunners. Not much is to be known about these teams from my perspective. Like I said, still new to PC casting. Not in the leagues, I don't get to see the screenshots much. However, we do know that last week, absolute heartbreaking gunfight that 7 Days always brings us. A lot of good shots won there with some amazing TikTok clips coming out of it. Like our boy Roddy playing as the hard breach denial while being the utility knife on defense. Yeah, that's Swiss Army knife. He can do it all, and he absolutely proved it on that round. Right now, just waiting to get into the match here. Still no invite yet. Supposed to start at 9. I see how it is. While y'all are here, just want to do a little shout out. Thanks everybody for coming out. Who's going to be showing up? Means a lot to me. Now we ain't up to any viewers yet, but it's still pretty cool. I believe I do have a link for Coast League somewhere that should give me the stats from that league. I think I could be wrong. I could be entirely wrong and stupid here. But I thought I was right. Maybe not. Maybe not. Don't know. Nope. Don't have it. But we can see the brackets, which we're going to do right now. Let me see. If 7 Days is where they out on this list. Come on. That was round 1. Round 3. I can see the old stuff. I'm just not finding the new stuff yet. Round 5. Dude, there's still a lot of decent teams. Like, I don't know the teams, but they have cool names. Yeah, 7 Days taking on PackRunners this week. There's Crimson Eclipse. That name sounds cool. United States Army Esports. That's an odd one. They're eliminated though by Ultralight. There's Intelligence Team Excel. Like I said, there's just some cool names. Hoping that I can get a preview of their lineups based off of what they're showing here. Looks like 7 Days. We'll be bringing Roddy, Vixma, Falcon, Seal, and Obsessive. On the PackRunners team, it looks like it will be Stacks, Stark, Slime, Capalot, and Julio. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. I really don't know how to use this app that they're using. But while we're here, let's talk about these maps that we're going to be playing tonight. Bounce my screen over to that map band. So Looks like we'll be having Cafe, Lair, and Skyscraper. Cafe 7 days will be our defending team. Lair or attacking team. Sorry. Lair will have PackRunners on the attack. It looks like both these teams elected to attack. At least they're starting on. I don't know if they've elected the map or elected their side. It's Skyscraper as a decider. I mean, I love the Cafe pick. I love the Skyscraper pick. I cannot stand the Lair pick because I'm not a Lair guy. I hate that map more than anything in the world. Is what it is. Lair is a decent map. Can be kind of decided by both teams. You know, it's decent enough in that sense. Skyscraper is very, very defender sided if they play with the correct amount of chemistry. And then Cafe, it's a throw up map. You know, if you're playing a well coordinated stack, a well coordinated push can just push right through this entire map in a matter of moments. However, the same thing can be said for a defense. If you can get an amazing defense pulling, there's no attack that can pull through that. Check the Ubisoft Connect. Let's see, where's everybody at? At least Roddy is now in menu, so I should be getting an invite eventually. Yeah, pretty decent map. I'm hoping to see some good come out of it. We'll also be side screening and watching the Monarchs versus Redemption game. It's for the SSL League. I'll be side screening that to watch that because my boys, my Monarchs versus Redemption boys are playing against each other. Inner org brawl should be a pretty good game. Still no invite yet from Roddy. Really starting to hurt my feelings right now, man. Let's jump it back to this screen. I just like the way it looks. Right way. Studio mode. That way you guys cannot see me working on the scenes while we sit here. Let's go to maps because I'm going to be talking about these maps while I input them. So map one will be Cafe. Again, really throw up map, but at the same time, I see the 7 days defense. We've seen what Roddy did last time they brought him to Cafe. Buddy had just the absolute most stellar shootout I think we've ever seen. Hit a TikTok clip of a lifetime. And it is just a good game, like a good map for him. It's a very well-rounded map to how the 7 days team plays off of one another. Lair, I haven't seen enough of any team on Lair yet, so maybe they should pull that map out of map pool if teams just aren't going to play it. I mean, that's kind of personally what I would do. But I mean, I guess there's a reason I don't work for Ubisoft because I just hate Lair. But I don't want to see it played. I mean, it is cool. There is a lot of different plays to be made. There's a lot of it that hinges around how good of a roam clear you can have. But there's not enough. It's not good enough. I don't like the map. There will be nothing that drives me to ever want to play that map. Absolutely beat. Training enough? Yeah, well, we're only a minute in, y'all. I've been live for 15 minutes, but there's only been maybe a minute of good content because, well, start on time. Oh, I would be happy. Be my one viewer for leaving me. Good actor. Trying, man. We're trying. Give me some stuff. Teams don't like to get rolled right away. I always thought there was supposed to be like a sense of urgency. You know, you want to show up early to these matches. You want to get them played. You want to get there. Anymore, it's just kind of like, eh. Well, just played somewhere around that time. That's always been one thing that really irked me with the whole Siege community is there's no urgency to play a match. Again, it's all just kind of, eh. When I play it, we'll play it. If it were on, it would be competitive. I really love a shout out from Coast. You know this? The invite. No invite yet, chat. Where are we at? Did I finally get it? Thank God, I finally got it. I finally got the invite, chat. Uh, oh my God, they're even on the right side. They're on the right side and everything. This might be what we've been waiting for. We're gonna be getting into this. Over here on the PackRunner side, they got Scootaloo, Balon, Jetta, and Capella in the lobby so far. On 7 days, we got Reppy, Roddy, and Falcon. I'm hoping to see Obsession jump in there. I'm really enjoying watching that man play. But I guess it is only a matter of time. You know, we just gotta wait it out. Wait it out, guys. Just another 5 minutes and we'll be rolling. 5 minutes and we're there. Man, I was really hoping we would have, seen maybe Clubhouse or Nighthaven or Chalet. I'll even take Border or Bank because both of those maps are pretty solid. But I don't know. Guess we're gonna be starting on some mid trash maps. Vixma is now in for 7 days. Like I said, lads, it is all coming together. The 7 day squad is looking fire. Speaking of looking fire, 7 days just dropped some merch. It's on Twitter right now. Follow my handle. You'll get there to find it. I think I reposted it already. If not, go to their Discord. They're talking about it in there. If you need a link to it, just let me know. Looks pretty solid. I gotta say, it looks absolutely fire. I really enjoy the Coast League logo. Hey, I know y'all can see this. Go. I love the summer fun theme that it has. I like how basic, because basic isn't the right word. Just a happy logo. It's not like a death logo. Oh my god, we're trying to be so hard and so tough. No, it's just a good, like, easy going, laid back, happy time summer logo. And right now, summer is just that's the vibe, man. We all gotta love summer. Summer is what matters. Any day now, we'll be getting this thing underway and rolling. I hope. God, I pray. 7 days. We'll be playing without Obsessin tonight. They will have Seal playing. And let's look over here at the PackRunners. They have Start coming in as their fifth. We'll be getting this thing rolling soon. We're just gonna dive straight into this game though. Roddy says, "Are y'all ready?" Yeah, bro. We been ready. We dying ready here. Ready here. Get into it. Starting with Lair for some reason. I did not know Lair was map one. So let me just jump that around that. Okay. And y'all can check out this cute video while they do their bands. Really in. All right. So the bans came up: Mirat, Kaid, Blackbeard, and Ace. Definitely seems like there's a lot of really good utility being denied from both of these sides here. But those defender bans are going to be a lot harder to choke down. Losing a Kaid in the Mira, I mean, yeah, they're replaceable with Bandit. They're in two brow, and having the clash in there can now be considered as bombs. But, you know, a lot of the community has been saying. I'd like to have that Mira, especially for the site setups where you got a whole this kind of opening extension. That's honestly the best way to do it, but or I don't know. Not having that Mira is gonna be tough. Maybe we'll see that the Clash come out to try and replace her. The extension though coming over here into storage, armory, or whatever you want to call it. Nice to see. I mean, if you want to hold off-site for some of this, you know, this side of the map, you want to be aggressive, especially about this hallway. This hallway, it's over. This little room, it's pretty important to keep too. So the whole defensive side is just, you know, something to keep in mind of. We'll see that hard push coming over here from the opposite side of the map. You know, it's pretty, you know, common to see this opening area opened up. This top mez side pushed in first because it grants you a lot of control over that top mez hallway. And as you see here, we have Stark and Capalog going to be trying to push in. Reppies is going to be the one holding that down though, holding it tight. Falcons on the hard roam down here in bunks. There has not been any ground taken besides Babylon, who rushed himself into Skybridge. As you can see, they're absolutely terrified of Reppies there. And Falcons will be dropped down by Bab. Nice pick on that roamer coming upstairs. That denying that roam, right there just opened them up so much more, being able to push in on the map. Flashbang's coming. They're going to be trying to clear Reppies here. They're taking his wall away from next to him. And really all they're doing is giving him more ways to play off of this shield. Flashbang's coming in, hitting. The push is coming down. Stark pushes up through operational. Pushing and forcing Reppies into a corner. Now down 2 lives. Capital up, picking 2 kills. Vixma slammed down by Babylon there. Double kills for both of their players. And now we just have Silk in a 1v5 situation, but he has the pace to open this one up. And currently is not looking for dropping back to his long hallway there, taking the elbow, goes into the small computer room, and Jetta finds them. I mean, a good rotate play there by Silk, but it just looks like 7 Days was not ready for the gun skill that they encountered there. Because that was, you know, a lot of bullets flying all in a matter of seconds. Thanks for coming out to the stream. What is up, everybody? Coast that I'm currently live. I mean, they're saying stuff. I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to be casting this for them or not. I'm here because 7 Days tells me to cast for them. So, you know, 7 Days tells me to jump. I'm right now. I'm asking how high. Here we go. We got a basement hold this time coming. Again, the clash is coming out. In Babylon goes Falcons. Why is your D case? Has caps lock on. Why are we making a deal out of that, bro? Roddy said it's his aura, which I mean is absolutely fair. Hopefully we see some verticality being played here, as Vixma and Sealk are both upstairs. Roddy's going to be upstairs, hopefully on a roam too. I mean, that's always the way to hold a basement, especially on a site like this where it can almost all be open, played through the vert. You know, the verticality hold here is what is needed, that upstairs, that first floor hold. Again, I don't know really the comms for this map. It's hard for me to speak on it. Really relying on this Monty push so far. I mean, I'm not saying I hate it, because I kind of love it. You see Monty played a lot in these high-level competitive lobbies. They now know exactly where the flash is at, or at least I hope they will off that live. But some very heavy drones coming in, and where I got Capelot going to be trying to make entry. Things out for the Val cover. If you look over, you'll actually see our boy, Boyo chilling in security hallway. They're using the Valkyrie to try and bait him in. And honestly, if Capelot gets aggressive, he's gonna force himself straight into Roddy. Roddy would maybe get a free pick off that one. Preemptive C4 just being a little bit, again, too preemptive. Capelot trying to cover his team 6. And the vert being played. The IQ just absolutely decimating every chance this Valkyrie had of being useful. And we got Babylon and Stark moving themselves down in the basement. Now they have this back basement stairs, filtrations their way. Capelot is dropped down by Roddy, who's now makes his play. He's gonna be getting aggressive, trying to play himself up in. They do have that Roam Hunter coming over. That is Jetta coming for the push onto him. Stark eating a lot of fire damage there. Roddy swings over aggressive. Jetta has the angle hidden. And again, that was Stark just eating a little fire damage. They are holding him off on this back blue. And ooh, love to see that new class shield come into play like this from Reppies. Yeah, maybe they'll be able to force him. However, I think personally, I'd say the smarter play here would be to try and grenade Reppy's shield off of him. You have an angle that's good enough to do it. If Reppy's places that shield, that grenade has got to come. Looks like he's actually more into, I'm going to lock myself in this corner, and there's nothing you can really say about it. Vixma ready to try and keep himself hidden in there. Almost dies to those grenades, though, as he's running. I am lagging, or he is lagging. I think Vixma lagged out of the game a little bit. Plant going down from the start. That Babylon being covered pretty well there. Then the verticality on top of him. The diffuser down the way it is placed. This one is a really, really hard defensive battle here. Because again, there's 2 guys upstairs. And then you still have to deal with the guys that are on the bomb chassis. Scootaloo finding a pick. Jetta finding one of the Falcons. And a very, very, very strong opening for the PackRunners. PackRunners absolutely playing insane. So I can watch my boys play as well. I'm doing on my Pulpo games while I'm at it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Pushing Babylon off is just not good enough to one of y'all. I mean, that's definitely saying something, as Babylon is currently 2-0. Falcon because he has a little HP. I hope that they know that the chat can see the chat, guys.
145.
See a little bit better of a defensive effort than we've seen these last 2 rounds. Coming back upstairs. Looks like Sealk might be the one trying to get aggressive on a roam here. The AK already spraying that window down. He will be going for that repeat, but nah, it just doesn't matter. He doesn't have the actual angle for hitting that shot back at him. Vixma deciding to come down and reinforce that idea of, yeah, we gotta play more on the roam here. Which honestly, yeah, what's up, Biz? I mean, a PC roam, man? No, that's something you see very often. PC guys tend to stick more towards sight. Not, you know, dive reception and run away.
Perimeter defense online.
But that kind of hard security, hard main entrance hold here isn't gonna work. Monty's walking himself up the sky bridge. We got Capalot sticking his 6. And it looks like they're gonna be actually pushing this back door. Yep, here comes Monty. Coming after that castle barricade. Castle really not in a position to fight it or back it. Really, no one is. Falcons isn't set up for it. Roddy, he just now hears it and starts setting up for it. And whiffs that charge there from the two-brow. And here comes the Monty again, going for that door. He's gonna try and, if they take that castle barricade and he walks in, it's gonna make this pre-fire swing onto Roddy that much easier. C4 going out, almost finding Stark through the wall with it, dealing a lot of damage. Roddy not in a great position here, as Capalot goes for a hard swing onto him. They do have some help coming up though. Falcon's in a good position to hold. Vixma taken down as he returns from that roam. Again, they still have this guy playing on the other side of him. That is Scootaloo down there. Falcon's finding a little bit of damage, but taken down off of it. That damage trade definitely was not worth it. Looks like a hard execute will be coming. The amount of utility being burned here. Castle not being tracked. I mean, the phone call's coming. Everything is pushing straight into him. Roddy taken down. Silk will find one. We're going to keep an eye on Roddy, though, because, I mean, Scootaloo should be pushing this any second now if he's smart. Roddy does get revived. Reppy's coming up. Finds Capalot. Pushes himself straight towards that Monty. Not really in a position to hurt him. Scootaloo will find that pick onto Roddy there. And the Monty is still up. Jetta taken down by Silk. Stark finding Silk, though. And now it's Monty and Scootaloo in a 2v1 situation. Reppy's has got to do something about this Monty. Either swing the Monty or swing Scootaloo. You can't swing them both. Pulls himself back to sight. Capalot finally finishing that kill on the Falcons. With 10 seconds left, you're going to see the Monty getting super aggressive here. Just running up for that kill. Reppy's hit him in the chest with that shotgun. And Scootaloo will actually find a team kill onto him. But not enough time for Reppy's to actually finish. Man, if only time was a little bit more in Reppy's favor there. After that TK, it was starting to look his way. I was hoping to see him maybe push up and find some of the kills off. Or at least, you know, get the other kill to not finish out the round, but do something. 7 days. We'll be using that tack timeout. I mean, they're down 0-3 off the start of this one. Definitely a very, very hard start. Appears to me like PackRunners has their number. And they've been just coming out gunning. I mean, Scootaloo is 3-0. Great stat line, right? And then you hear Jetta at 4-1. You hear Babylon 3-1. All these guys have been just gunning out so far to start this map. And with only maybe 4 more rounds to go, we need to hope 7 days locks it back in and at least picks some rounds. Because you don't want to chalk on map 1. Map 1 is something, if you're going to lose it, just keep the mental throughout. Back on my phone, that way I can watch this game without lagging to death in it. How you been, Viz? It's been a long time since I've seen you, man.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Basement defense coming out. Vixma again. He put himself on that roam. I mean, I like to see the Scopos play though. You know, that is a good way to keep your yourself off map, keep yourself around. Seal playing as the Chonka, another W mans right there. Falcons, Roddy, Reppies, all very useful operators with that smoke, the mute, and the Goyo. Seems like we're going to be seeing a lot of time denial here. You know, 3 of these operators are just strictly built for time denial. And now, though, it's looking like they're going to be the ones playing off-site. I don't know if that's intentionally being done, or if they're just, you know, using their time to go up there and get some things set up. Vixma Rome is something I'm very, very excited for. And the Scopos Romes are just slept on. We don't talk about them nearly enough. Looks like Reppies and Roddy will both be holding off site. Vixma is going to be on the hard roam, and down in sight will be Falcons and Seal. Try and make something work. Let's see, though. We have Stark going to be being very aggressive, pulling a blitz out to the opening. Babylon going to be probably following him in, or at least pretty close with that Kebby. Scootaloo playing that vertical utility, you know, the ram. What's up, Aspen? This is Coast League. I see you're a part of it. Jetta going to be their hard breacher, and Capilot being that anti-roam. Capilot's going to be probably one of the most useful people we're going to see all around, simply because there are 3 dudes off-site. How do you deal with 3 dudes off-site? Well, first off, you don't get first picked by Reppies, which almost happened. But if you notice, him and Roddy are sticking together. Popping that fire behind him. Vixma's still chilling at the top of main stairs. Again, no drones on him yet. He can just keep chilling. He has no point to worry. Goyo now being targeted and tracked. And the phone call is out. That's one of Dokubi's first calls all game. They're not even worried about Vic. They're saying, you know what, you can have offsite. Scootaloo opening up that floor. Jetta getting his hatches open. And Stark gonna be the one playing super aggressive, pushing downstairs immediately. A fire there, not dealing any damage to him, but you know, it's still just enough to annoy him. It's saving time, it's buying time. Capilot sending out another target, this time on to Goyo, and he's really not gonna find much besides the fact that Goyo is on these yellow stairs. Dude has got a skedaddle though for his life, and he will actually manage to get away. Vixma's still playing this hard roam. It's honestly been kind of working. Reppy's finding Cap a lot. Scootaloo did find Falcons, though. A little bit of damage going around. Stark eating a ton of damage as he goes in for the plant. Gets dropped down from the amount of fire and the flames. Jetta getting a pick there onto Roddy. Reppy's still hiding in his corner. Swing in from Jetta onto Silk. Silk just letting that LFG eat, but not finding a kill. Babylon finding Vic. It is now Reppy's in a 1v2 situation. I mean, I don't know how Jetta still survived that LMG. I hate to be that guy. That definitely hit him. Reppy did find a down there. And Babylon goes for the swing. However, defenders win off of time. That 6-man did come into play. A part of everything? Yeah, honestly. You're in more leagues than I am, which is kind of sad. The statistics right now. We got Jetta in here, who's a top 209 champ this season. Well, I guess top 200. He's 209. Babylon, who's 237 into champ. And it looks like everyone else has not had time to dedicate to playing this.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Alright. Let's try and see how these guys, you know, stats in rank compared to their stats for playing this game. Like, at least operator-wise. We got Babylon, who seems to always be the anti-roamer. Is he a high pick rate going towards Damos for rank? I mean, kind of makes sense. You've seen him on the Dokkan, now he does swap over. But, I mean, it makes sense for the way we've been watching him play. Jetta's taking a hard breach here, and in rank, it seems like he is the super breach. He plays Ram so much. Really making sense off their picks so far. Let's see what these defenders a little bit though. Vixma, you know, he plays the aggro a lot in ranked. He's playing some of my right now. He definitely seems to be kind of embracing that soft roam role that we've seen him on so far this game. So far, I mean, they're matching their playstyles up to normal ranked, which is a good thing because that helps that mentality. But I mean, just as a team play wise, PackRunners is definitely putting 7 days, you know, in a headlock. Hoping to see a hard Stark rush here, and it honestly looks like we might. There's so much site set up and prep happening here. They've got the bees ready to go. They got Babylon on standby, and then Stark chilling above just like an absolute villain. You know, Jetta's getting this kind of placed, not placed in there, but he at least wants to see what some people are. And I'm expecting to see an execute here any moment. This is the quiet, you know. Quiet before the fight. Whoever that is over there in storage room, I believe that is Roddy. If he didn't have that shield there, he would be able to actually find the easiest pick of his entire life. I think if they get this wall open, that's when the execute will be called. Again, still just way too passive of an attacking group. Flashbang coming in, more flashbangs coming in. They're forcing themselves into this hallway. Stark gets that first pick going there on the Reppies. He's just utterly blind. Capella finding Roddy. Roddy finding Capella. Good trade out for themselves. Scootaloo eating major damage there. But Stark will be getting the plant down. We got Vixma who's just completely blind. I don't even know if he can see that guy standing right on top of him. Diffuser is planted. Seal getting picked off, or picking off Scootaloo. Find that diffuser now. Hits Blitz in the leg. Throws an impact at a guy, but does not hit him. Vixma in a rough spot here. That bulletproof coming into handy here is it does call out that guy who's chilling in the weapons rack, taken down by Seal. Now Vixma has to make this play up. They've got to do something about this guy outside. And they will be trading themselves out. Seal now still standing. Just go for diffuser, man. Go! Vixma finally getting a kill in the game. As I mean, he lands a headshot but gets downed. Nice trade out with an absolute amazing clutch win there from Seal. Now he won his gunfight. He came over to finish the round. Vic put in his work, and that is all that mattered. Such a close round. Next just DMs me going for I'm everywhere. Or quite literally everywhere.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Who did you cast? Bro, I cast last week for this week by myself. Hey, hello, I'm here. Knock knock, let me in. I'm casting Coast League. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just told, hey, we're in this league. Cast trying to expand my PC horizons, and so far it hasn't. This set up a nice upstairs hold above. Again, I don't know Lair at all, so I call this
5
bunks.
seconds remaining.
This is usually either
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
screen. I don't have an actual call out for this one. Maybe Intel. Intel works. Oh, bunks and Intel. I guess roofing. Call it, that works for me. Yeah, upstairs we got Reppies, Roddy gonna be the two aggressive upstairs to hold it. Still going gun out. I've been loving watching this kid. He just joined 7 days. I'm not gonna say recently, but he's not one of their long-term players. So I love watching him come in because he's been doing just absolutely stellar. The Maverick going to get these charged off the wall. Gotta almost be taken down there. They will get the hard breach on the wall, though. That gives them main wall control. The door behind Falcons is coming open. And look at this dirty play. Laying down to try and use those holes against them. I'm honestly surprised Jett is still standing. Falcons with a double pick, though. Walking away with some good kills. One good spray, pulls up two. And that's the way to do it. 7 days absolutely looking like themselves. Trying to hit themselves into a 3-3 split. After a rough start that they had, a 3-3 is just, I mean, it would be spectacular for them. However, we're not counting the chicken still are hatched yet. Because Babylon could find himself an easy kill here on a Silk if Silk gets over aggressive. I mean, literally, crosshair on his head right now. He just needs to hope Capalot makes this push in and maybe Castle up the stairs. And they will pinch Silk down. Good kill by Babylon to find him there. Grenading, running up, being shot in the back though. Trying to chase this kill down. Capalot eating some damage. And that is Falcons taking down Capalot, getting himself a triple kill and a nice little trade there. Stark being live ping now. I mean, he does have diffuser. He is going for some site control. And Babylon will be the one to, you know, they have up there playing to clear the verticality. However, here comes Stark right around the corner, straight into Vic. Eats one of those shotgun shells. Babylon taken down. Vic is slammed by Stark with that pistol, though. Smoking out and going for the res. I mean, smart play here, I guess, would be Roddy to push that, but...
I'm reloading.
Yeah, through the smoke, bro, you got the goggles. Both attackers very, very low HP.
Ready to engage. Plans activated.
And Roddy rips those goggles on because he knows that Blitz is coming. Reppy's making a very, very aggressive kind of rotate there. Running long ways across in front of Blitz. Running away. Roddy will be the one to be taken down by him, though, as he tries to pull that first pick. 10 seconds left. Reppy's has got to make some sort of play here. And no! The attackers will win it as Stark pulls a double kill out. But Stark is an absolute for our boys over on 7 days. Just gets pried away by PackRunners. I mean, after a play like this, from the start of the round from Falcon, yeah, that nice double headshot pick, to then that round ending the way it did, is an absolute 180. Starting bans for the second half of the game is the Monty and Miro. I mean, basically just two very strong intel operators going, followed by Maverick and Kaid. Again, two very, very strong operators. I mean, the one was intel related, the other one's utility related. However, getting rid of that Maverick means, you know, a bandit is a very viable solution. Because Maverick is used a lot more on the PC scene. You know, sorry to my console guys, y'all don't have that big brain to use Maverick like PC does. And the Kaid ban, I mean, just a great ban all around.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Second floor hole coming. And this is exactly what we'll see. Bandit being played. A good hold coming.
10 seconds left.
And ooh, we get an echo. Echo was a bit weird.
5 seconds.
I don't hate it. How I feel. I don't know. I kind of like it. Sorry, chat. I'm answering questions right now. as I'm sitting here casting this game. Look over here. We see Roddy already hitting that jump in with the Grim. He is just doing the B thing. And Echo will be the one playing that close servers jump up. I mean, the playing close onto Roddy there might not work as Babylon needs a ton of damage. It's seen by the bees, but Roddy overswings. Capilot and Jetta finding picks. And Capilot picking two more, or another one. Scootaloo finding one. Now leaving Reppies in a 1v5, but Capilot will swing out and finish for his team. Just honestly a bad execute gone even worse there for 7 days. As they get absolutely punched in the face and shut down that round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I'm not lagging. That's a good thing, chat. We are still in it. Still on it. Loving it. A basement hold this time coming from PackRunners. And again, we see Jetta playing that Echo. I mean, maybe he's just an MP5 guy. MP5 guys exist, dude. The MP5 is a solid gun. No matter where you're from.
10 seconds to insertion.
I'm like, oh well.
5 seconds to go.
It's all good with me, bro. I don't gotta be an actual official caster for Coast right now.
Attackers are moving
I mean,
out to
as sick
locate
as
a
that
bomb
would
and
be.
defuse it.
Let's look upstairs. Looks like we had a two-man roam up here in the weapons side. But, I see a Blackbeard in play. Will 7 days decide to roam this one and ram it down their throat? I mean, with the Ace, the fastest hard breacher in the game, you got Vixma playing as Dokkaebi, and you got the Blackbeard who's already made his way into electrical and rushing down. It looks like this is going to be just a straight downhill push of take sight and let it rip. Preppy's coming in on that dock side. The Falcon's chilling there. Yeah, it's going to be a quick basement push in. Which, I mean, this defense has got to be worried about that. It looks like they are as they drop back one of their roamers. They leave one guy upstairs to be that, you know, I guess upstairs presence, upstairs scare. But here come the walls, and Scootaloo finds that seal on Blackbeard first. Aussie still remains standing. Falcon's getting those walls open to him. Trying to be aggressive though. He needs his team to push in for him. They need to make some sort of play together, and immediately here comes Seal walking up. He walks it out. Well, I'm walking here moments for Seal. Rolling up on him. Vixma still just chilling upstairs. I think we're going to see them maybe try and hunt down Capilot, which is honestly what needs to be done. They need to clear this verticality, and then they can make an easy push in. Scootaloo finding that first pick though onto Seal. Blackbeard now off the table is a bad first pick for the 7 days team. You don't want to lose him. Of all people, you don't want to lose him. Capilot then drops down Vixma. Brings himself downstairs, almost finds another one. Scootaloo finds Falcon. And we're down to a 2v5 almost immediately. Reppy's left in a 1v. Never mind, Babylon. That shotgun immediately. Scootaloo absolutely on fire that round, finding a couple of very easy kills. Not a staff application. Got it. Match point here, chat. 7 days. Again, they've got to pick this up before they get 7-2'd. And we see a blue team timeout. I don't know, maybe this is part of them trying to mental chalk a little bit further. But every one of these guys on this blue team have been absolutely popping off. I mean, yeah, sure, Capalot has died a lot. Everyone else has only died 3 times, but he's up to 8 kills. Babylon at 7 and 3. Stark at 6 and 3. Scootaloo at 8 and 3 right there, absolutely popping off. Well, you gotta give it to Babylon. He does have 5 assists up with himself. Jetta at 7 and 3. The whole PackRunners team is just looking insane. Babylon absolutely trying to set the tone for his team, though. He was 2 and 0 on entry picks. Getting in there, getting aggressive, and getting there quick. Oh, my stream has ended. Let's see what cards happened to that D1 game that Cards was casting. I was trying to watch that on the side screen. And holy 7-1 from Redemption onto Monarchs. UAV having a stellar game at 11 and 4. However, you gotta give it to Squirtle. 7 and 2. Oh my! Or that was Cody. Not yeah, Cody. Oh man. That whole team over there is looking nuts. Back to what matters, though. The game we're currently casting. For some reason we have a long pause going on. I'm assuming something is up with Scootaloo. Maybe he had to go and take a skedaddle. I get it, guys. I said a skedaddle. He skedaddled. Oh, now Capella is saying he is ready. So maybe we'll be back into this.
Defenders, protect your bombs
Like
from
5 minutes
being
or
used by attackers.
Okay. Because I don't read the chat that often for the actual in-game. Sometimes teams walk each other, so I'm usually like, off in the distance. Bringing it back down here into this intel side of the map. So I'm breaking it up into intel and then weapons. Intel, weapons. Intel, weapons. Makes sense, right?
10 seconds left.
A very, very hard defense upstairs coming. They got 4 guys up there. It's only Scootaloo might be the one downstairs holding. So I kind of hope that we see it, because this, again, it's another one that's fully working. I know I say that a lot. Oh, every map is this. But seriously, Ram is such a great operator. That vertical has that it doesn't have to hold it. Or else you're just going to be feeding free utility, info. Asset that you give it away. As I was just saying Ram's name, you see her on the board, played by Roddy. You know, a lot of drone work coming. Falcon, you know you have a boss G, right? Falcon, please acknowledge the boss G. Hoping to see a boss G clip. I gotta bring back the old, $5 PayPal to whoever. On 6 on a living enemy. It can't even be a down enemy. It has to be a 1 HP living enemy. They coming in there from Seal. We got Jetta standing at this. Jetta being the one to try and aggress this window. Gotta do something, to push in here. Having your Blackbeard kind of alone, just annoying a window, ain't it? Our Reppies and Roddies going for this back wall, ripping it open. Seal taken out by Capella, losing that Blackbeard this early. Definitely a pain in the behind. And again, I think a lot of that might just come down to the fact that the Clash is on the board. Vixma getting active on it and getting aggressive down through bunker. He does have more of a free shot to take, as it's just Stark and Capella on this one. I mean, Scootaloo is now making his way back up. He was basement. But that vertical hold is going to be what matters from Babylon and Jetta. Castle getting phone called. Vixma and Capalot trading each other's lives out. Thankfully, Falcons made that call, or else I think Castle would have maybe had a little bit more free of a swing. And now Falcon's making his way clearing with that shoddy in hand. Ooh, what's this? A piece of candy. And stealing their phones. And Scootaloo has to hear that, right? Kids a live ping right onto Falcons. And I think Scootaloo does have the advantage from the swing here. And Falcons just whiffs the 2 shots. Scootaloo whiffed way more than I think I've ever seen. And Reppy's taken down by Stark. It's now Roddy left in a 1v3. Lays some damage, lays some more damage. I don't know how that's not a headshot, but the verticality from Jetta will end this one 7-2. Good map for map 1. And we move to map 2. Let me go grab my mouse. We're going to pull over to here. I go to studio mode, hit the scene. Yeah, it's honestly not bad. You know, PackRunners had an amazing performance there. Something I'm not going to say I was not expecting. But definitely more aggressive than I thought we were going to see. I give the left side their first point. Leave studio mode. Oh. Get back to the chat before we start. I don't know if these guys are leaving or... Do you not know? There's a map 2?
Hey guys, great game last game.
I was calling him Babylon. His name is Balon. I might be special needs, chat. Good game. Where'd everybody go?
You said what?
Where'd everybody go?
Oh, they're restarting their game right now.
Ah, fair. This game sucks. Siege is a bad game. Alright, so they're just using that little bit of a tech time between maps to restart game. Probably FPS glitches and just all kinds of stupid things. Because why? Siege is trash. Map 2, though, will be Cafe. A map that we've seen 7 days just have some stellar performances. Both, you know, as a team and individually. We just chilling here waiting, I guess. Chat, I'm going to take a brief intermission. I'll be back as soon as we get in game. All right, guys, we're back in it. We're waiting on everybody to ready up. 7 days is all here. We got PackRunners all back in here. We're prepping up to go see Cafe. And Cafe is a map I really enjoy casting, just because of the utilitarian aspect of it. What you have to bring to try and clear out so much around the map. It's honestly just probably one of the best maps in the game. I mean, arguably Clubhouse is better. I'll give them that. You know, Clubhouse is another very, very team-dependent one. I mean, Consulate has been growing on me lately, but there's just seriously nothing better than a good cafe game. PackRunners just gotta ready up, y'all. Come on, just say the words that we're ready. Capilot said ready, so I guess ball's back into 7 days court to start it. Hopefully we see some good results out of this team. I mean, that first map, it wasn't bad, it just... The teams are, they're in there screwing with each other. As a Falcons mistype in his name. We're getting into the map. Check out this cool video, y'all. Any of my mods are in here, can you ban that guy? Right. So for starting bans in this map, it's going to be Ace, Mira, then hopefully we see some good ones. I wouldn't mind the zombie ban because of that utilitarian, like that utility that she brings to that upstairs. You know, she can completely redefine the cigar room to the point where it's unrecognizable and impossible to push. For the defender who you want to ban, I'm gonna say you probably want to get rid of like a Flores or something. But no, we're gonna see a Ram and a Maestro being pulled off that board. Not bad, not bad, not bad. However, I don't see the full power of banning a Maestro. He's not really that great. He's easy to counter, easy to get rid of. The Ram ban, I kind of like, I kind of hate. I mean, she's good. Don't get me wrong. Ram is extremely good. I just don't see her being that power impact ban. Like, say, a Flores would have been. You know, somebody who is just very, very aggressive.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Hey, Tommy's on that. What's up, Tom the Bomber? Upstairs hold coming out now for the PackRunners. So far, all looks good. I like seeing the Rooney? Yeah. My brain don't work. I like seeing that Rooney coming out on that board. I like seeing the Sentry as well.
Bomb located
I mean,
by
don't get me wrong.
attackers.
Sentry is, to an extent, pretty useless. You bring 2 bits of secondary gadget. That's cool. It's whatever. That's secondary utility. Until you realize he's got the ability to do what he's doing right here, setting up EC and then playing the C4 behind it. But okay, Valkyrie spot, nothing spectacular. It does appear that Sealk is still AFK. They've got to do something as a team to just buy time until Sealk is able to come back. I mean, Vic already has upstairs. Okay, Sealk is now here. Maybe Reppies is going to wait for a jump out. Honestly, if he's smart, you play this down here and wait for one of them to swing it. Getting really, really aggressive swinging that doorway there. However, if you look down here, you see Capilot bringing that same level of aggression back. Both letting their guns just ring out. But Jetta being that first pick from Sealk there is an absolutely stellar blow. Phone call coming out. That kind of forces Capelot to have to retreat back. Balon also off site. A two-man downstairs roam. Not something you see very often. Because it exposes you to a lot of like hard aggression upstairs. And Roddy is definitely bringing that as he tries and takes himself down these red stairs. Reppy's holding that bottom reception. Hopefully he makes a play to come up. But right now it doesn't look like he will be. That he seems more concerned about maybe holding that white rotate down. Levi with some C4s from below. Stark saying, hey, I'll cover the window, you cover the door. Let's pinch this guy out. Balon's still just chilling there. And now here comes Reppy's on the rotate up. Runs himself straight into Balon, but misses the shots. Balon was on cams. Thankfully, he does have Capelot down there. Gave him that, quick calm of, hey, there's one on us, bro. They're really not in a position together to where they can make a good play. Someone has got to clear this trap out for Sealk to push through. Vixma going to keep aggressing his windows there. Roddy eating a ton of damage as he goes for an aggressive swing. Balon eats just a touch. Again, Roddy not in a position to do very much. Sealk and Scootaloo trading life for life. And then Falcons picking up a kill, but drop down. Balon finds another. Capelot finds Vixma. Free frags happening. I mean, the scoreboard just decided it wanted to break and not update. But a nice run out pick there coming. I'm like beat right now. To all y'all who are sticking this game out late with me, I appreciate it. It is a late night. I'm tired. I should have been in bed probably 20 minutes ago. But here we are. Next time, I need to start complaining about it because it's my own fault. But I gotta remember to turn these hair triggers off. Because I keep using them, and I just hate it. Look at that, I'm overshooting the moon. Upstairs defense coming to play this verticality over the downstairs reading room site. They actually have a Cade in there, and they do not have castle. Makes this a lot more intriguing. Because it's almost like a given that you want a castle to push this. Stark making the smart plays there and eliminating that fire hydrant early, or whatever you want to call it. Popping it early, extinguisher. Not languaging good tonight. Way too tired, kind of out of touch from casting. Had a nice long weekend where I didn't do it for a little while, so I need to get back into the swing the right way. Capelot gets a first pick there onto Vixma. I didn't even see that one coming. This is not playing in caster mode. If we look, Roddy already has control of this red stairs. He does have Balon right below him, though. I don't think we're going to see these guys push into each other. It just doesn't seem to be the way these two teams have been playing. It seems like they will just slowly bait until, a pick happens somewhere across the map, and as they're reacting, they... Falcons hits a hot drop, though. Rushing in, rushes through the death, the fire, and the flames. They got a smoke there, kind of trapped in. That's Capelot. Now the bees are hitting. And the SMG getting ripped. Falcon's eating a lot of damage himself to try and deal some damage, but not enough to kill him. We gotta do something to push Capelot out of this corner. He's just gonna keep hiding in his own smoke. They do, however, have Jetta, who could hit a re-swing here. But Falcon's hitting the aggressive swing, taking Capilot down. Good pick from himself. Now could play this verticality. However, Balon there will re-hit him. Apparently there's a skin on the Twitch drone. I forgot PC leagues are really anal about skins. Reppy's finding a good pick there on a Balon, now rotating up. I mean, there's no one else third floor, but they don't know that. Everyone is just chilling downstairs without him. This is where you're going to see Stark coming into play very heavily. Being able to call these pushes before they happen is a great thing. Making the call of, hey, they're coming down white here. I don't think he actually made that call, though. I'm going to have to say he did not make the call. We'll see Roddy, though, getting active on it. Getting a first pick. Jetta will be hitting that refrag. Goes for another swing there, and it's not Reppy's. The last in a 1v2. Taken down by Jetta, giving 2 rounds up on the defense so far. That Kite shotgun is just such a beautiful weapon. I mean, it hits like a truck. No recoil. Just such a good thing. Skin on the Twitch drone. Yeah, you guys are just PC and you're really anal about everything. Oh well. It's a drone. Oh well. I guess it's probably illegal rules though.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
I cannot wait to go to bed.
Bomb located by
We are
attackers.
going to stick it out and we are going to keep casting because that is what this needs. Ugh. No, I am beat. This has got to be one of my most pain casts I've had in a little while. I'm running out of a lot of things to talk about. I don't know the PC scene enough to be like, yeah, this is a normal performance for our boys over here. Like Balon, it's really 3-2. Had an absolutely stellar game. 7 days, definitely on the receiving end of some BTA tonight. I've been putting up really enough kills to win a round. They've only just got 5 kills on their team. So yeah, they could have won 1 round off of kills, but that is it. I think we'll be seeing a top-down clear here. As everyone, and I mean everyone, makes their way to room. Chat, remember? I know I said it at the beginning of the stream, but this is for you who are just now joining in to us here. 7 Days does have jerseys. They look sick. They just dropped the other day. I can recommend buying one. I know I would if I wasn't broke. Pricing, it's on the pricier side, but I mean, no esports jersey is going to be cheap. No decent esports jersey is going to be cheap. PackRunners might just be like that, bro. PackRunners have been just lighting up the scores. As I say, the jersey, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's on the pricey side. On the pricey side isn't the right words. It is priced well for an esports jersey. I believe it comes in right around like 53 for USD. That's about where every jersey is I've ever bought. I mean, you want to talk about pricing? NFL jersey. $80. Ever seen this before? Honestly, bro, I've never seen 7 Days do bad in a game. Like, ever. 7 Days is always at least on the round. The few games I've seen them lose, it's been like nail biter games, or it's been games where you can tell that they kind of just gave up and threw it out. This one, you can tell that they are trying and they're just not winning the gunfights that they need to. It seems like there's maybe some communication issues, something along those lines. And PackRunners is just communicating maybe that much better. PackRunners is a high T3 org. Well, that would probably explain why they are doing so good then. Scootaloo, find that first pick. Falcon hitting the refrag though. I mean, it sucks to lose your you know, kind of denial that early on of Seal. However, to continue on and at least pick up a kill there is great. Capalot now taking down Roddy, trying to finish that kill out for his boy. Falcon's needing just a little bit. Roddy finds Capalot. Finally, Falcon's in a position. Reppy's pulling that pistol, saving Falcon, and Falcon just, yeah, sneaking away, crawl away. Doing his best for your life. PackRunners is high T3 on the break at tier 2, bro. That's awesome, honestly. Jetta being taken down, or taking Falcons down, running through some of this pain here. Roddy finding Stark. Diffuser is planted. Jetta has got to make a play coming forward to, you know, get that diffuser out the window. Here comes the Monty, just about to be an absolute bully. Reppy's getting extremely aggressive and walks him right into Vic. Picking that up now. Round in the favor of 7 minutes. Finally, these stage 3 bans are coming out. Time to ban out what everyone has found annoying so far, which has been the Monty and the Valk. Honestly, the Valkyrie has been really, really good for this PackRunners team because they play that utility off each other. They play so much intel. Like, I use the word utility a lot. Oh, they play the utility. They play utility. Dude, they do. I don't know what to tell you. This team will play that utility so hard. They play off of one another so much. Cameras that they're using aren't just like, oh, we have a camera up. No, they're a solid camera to use. Like, it's all well placed and it's actually being used. It's not like most cameras. I hate to be that guy. You're gonna see them thrown and never touch them. This team, it's late in the round and everyone dead is either on cams or living is on cams if they're safe. Like, this time they're not letting them open up that back wall, as they will open it themselves. That basement or that kitchen. Bro, I feel like I got hit by a truck. I'm absolutely whooped today. But I'm pretty sure I've got a back-to-back game tomorrow. I think I'm gonna be doing 3 games straight. I got like 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10 or something. I got 8 to 9, 9 to 10, and I know there was a 10 o'clock game that they were trying to get me to come cast. Early scan coming out, the rush coming in. Jetta finding that pick though. Whips the C4, picks another kill there. Hits the detonator, does not find one off of it. But pulls the pistol up to a triple kill on this round for him. Keeps going. I mean, he's just getting so aggressive. Vixma is taken down now. Scootaloo picked that next, or finally picked that kill up. But just the utter aggression there from 7 days in that round did not pull in their favor. But look at this. Just the plays from Jetta that absolutely worked out in his favor. Managed to survive being flashed, rips a pistol, and then guns one down. And he is already prepped and ready for that next swing. A very, very well hold from PackRunners. I mean, I wasn't even paying attention looking up at the round. The next thing you know, they are just in. Yeah, I have a Wednesday at 10 o'clock more than likely.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Screw it, I'll sign myself up for the triple header of SSL. I'll DM them. Because tomorrow, as soon as I get off work, I'm about to come home and immediately set up all the overlay packages. That way I can quick swap. Probably just run it through as one stream. Third floor hold coming now to hold up above this train room.
10 seconds to go.
A bit odd. Usually you see teams play the other side and hold the kill side of this. As Very rarely you see an
Attacker's
actual
objective is
like
to defuse a bomb.
setup over top of Cigar. That is exactly what we're going to see today here. It looks like they're setting up the bait noise on white. And it will be a top-down push. Reppy's taking a ton of damage almost immediately there from Capalot. That's not something you want to see from a person who has been kind of spearheading some of these attacks. Then I noticed, chat, as I was saying, they play so much into that utility. With the loss of the Valkyrie, we now see them pulling the Mozzie out. Like, one way or another, they're gonna have cameras set up. They're gonna have cameras everywhere. Roddy already dropping red stairs, getting aggressive down on the bomb chassis. Looks like he was pulling himself straight into that is maybe Balon there, not Babylon. God, I keep calling him Babylon. Balon. Now it's over in Pillar. Our Scootaloo will pick up a first pick there on the Falcons. That sucks to lose your hard breach this early on. Jetta eating just a bullet or two there from the red stairs. We got Roddy moving through Cigar Shop. Balon finding Reppies. I mean, another early takedown there. Silk rushing in. Getting a super aggressive. Vixma finding Scootaloo. And now we're down to a 3v3. Everyone alive on very, very low HP with it. Don't know what you're saying holy for, bro. Maybe we lock in. I absolutely could see 7 days locking themselves in for this. However, the gunfight from Silk and Capalot means the world right now. Smokes and flashbangs all hitting each other. Yep, you can't push him. Just keep flashing him. He will have to push you. Vic chilling down here in corridor. And Roddy going to be making this aggressive push towards B site. Taking straight B. Taking Balon down with a good pick there for himself. Capalot's still pinned in. He has that shotgun. He's holding close. They got to do something now to take Jetta out of the commission. As soon as Jetta's out of commission, it is then just Capalot in a 1v3. But Capalot will still be pinned. And he gets for the aggressive swing. Jetta does find Roddy there, guys. That means there's only a 1v1 off-site. Capalot is prepping his swing. Jetta is holding his angle. And Vixma will be rotating up to try and help take Capalot down. And he will. Good pick from Vixma there. Good communication. Good teamwork. But with only 10 seconds left, I don't know if that was quite the play. Dropping for diffuser, we have Silk being the guy who has to make a play here. Running into B site, Vixma taken down by Jetta. Jetta now with no time left. Runs on to Silk, who is planting the diffuser, and a knife will hit from Jetta in a 4-1. If you're a 7 days fan, you're praying for at least a 4-2 split here. But right now, it is looking more and more like we're going to see maybe a 5-1 from this PackRunners team. PackRunners just playing absolutely out of their mind today. Why y'all give me ones? Jetta in there talking trash? Your dog ate your burger. Oh man. My mom made burgers. They were downstairs and I didn't get time to go down and get them because I was casting this. My dog just ate my burger, guys. He jumped up on the counter and ate my burger. Also, I could be here for y'all.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Setting a surprise. Shell going out.
It's a little bit of banter, you know it has to happen. With a name like Jetta, bro, my first car was a Jetta. I was that guy. I had, oh wait, flagging Jetta. Or no, mine was 06. Why are we chatting? Because floor's coming open. This, like I said, this is the last round of the half. Let's see what they make of it. What's up to the viewers in chat? Welcome in, welcome in. A bit of a slow attack so far as they're just working on trying to get everything open. A bunch of utility being played. Everybody is, though, just chilling upstairs. And Balon will be taken down immediately by Falcons. Falcons just an absolute gunner every time we see them. Coming in here and getting a couple random occasional picks. But they're almost always super impactful. The live ping just not enough for Roddy there. He gets another one and puts shots right over Scootaloo's back. Can now see Scootaloo through those shots and actually whiffs the kill. Falcons drops in, takes a kill onto Stark though. We're dropping back over to Roddy. Even though that kill just walked away from him. So back over to Falcons. Because he is absolutely gunning out. And he's face checking and taking space. There is still Capalot now alive up in Cigar Lounge. Falcons was in a position to cut him off. But now no longer is. And goes for the aggressive swing. He's taken down by Falcons up to a triple kill. He threw everything in a kitchen sink at him. Reppies gets taken down by Jetta. Jetta takes another pick onto Vixma. And Curse said, I want to go home and stream. Bro, I mean, your team is still holding pretty well. Falcons is an absolute gunner tonight. But you do have Jetta on the other end of this team. Oh, the other end of the board here, just 11-2. Bro has met this entire 7 days team blow for blow at everything they threw at him. Except for Falcon. It's hard to match Falcon's energy right now. Falcons does have it going for him. But Silk and Roddy definitely have got to do something to help their team out here. At least want to take this 4-2 split. If we see Roddy drop himself right into Scoot, this one will be a good kill pick for Scootaloo. Falcons gets too aggressive, dropping in, feeds himself straight to Jetta. Jetta up to a triple kill. Silk taken out by Scootaloo. If I'm Jetta, I'm team killing him because that right there would have been his ace. A 4K just to send that one out with a bang. A 5-1 into the current split going into the second half of the game. Let's see what bands we're going to have. While we sit here, we'll fill out case application. Alright, so I'm in pretty decent bands. Castle, Mira, and then a Monty and an Ace. Good bands coming out for this half. I mean, pretty much similar to what we've been seeing because of just the strength that they provide.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have located a bomb.
Starting on 7 days with the upstairs defense. You have the BC shield being reinforced by Vixma with those Jaeger devices. Frost on board somewhere, which kind of like to see a Frost. Bro, it was a 1v4 right there. For Jetta. We just absolutely clutched it up. I mean, not clutched it up. We had a teammate with them, but still. this attack brings us, because it's looking already like it's aggressive. Looking at Cap a lot while he's playing. They have the Romaru, or Romara, whatever it is. I definitely we're going to see a rush play coming. Yep, Scootaloo setting up his Ying devices. Doors coming down. B's coming in. And here comes the repel from Scootaloo. Puts himself back to 1, taken down by Sealk with his shotgun. Capalot did find Vic. And all they lost, honestly, in that engagement was the Ying. Capalot does find a kill there. Balon picks up Seal. Now they have site control. Reppy's getting a lot of damage. He has to fight his way back in. Roddy has actual good positioning. However, Capalot will take him down with a 6-1 map so far. Man, this is not something you want to be seeing right now. This one has gotta hurt.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Attackers have located a bomb.
Alright.
ADD prep.
A lot of trash talk going on. But, you know, if it's a 7-1, I mean, it's yeah, sorry for all the silence. I'm sitting there filling out the application to cast.
Reload!
Trying to do things the right way. Falcon's gonna be holding down Bakery. Last time we seen Roddy in this position here, Bro did exactly what he's doing right now. He's denying the wall without being an actual wall denial. Our wall's coming open. They have Balon who sneaks himself in and takes Roddy down, denying the second TikTok clip, guys. And Scootaloo now coming in to set up his position to deny this wall or doorway. But we will see Vixma now putting himself in that Roddy position, doing everything he can to hold it. Capalot takes Bakery control, and this one looks very, very, very daunting for the 7 Days team. As Jetta and Capalot both push their way forward. However, Balon picks up Vixma, making this even more insurmountable task. Russian from Blitz. Reppy's is taken down. Falcons does find a pick there onto Jetta. Got shots from all around him. Has to slide a mag into that gun. He cannot find it. Stumbles the mag. Seal picks up the kill onto Balon. Now in a 1v3 situation. He does a teammate, but he's down. Finds Seal, or Scootaloo. And Seal might just be the man here today. If he's able to find Stark, that opens Capalot up into a little bit easier of a pick. However, Stark is holding tight across onto him. Lays a lot of damage there onto Seal. Here comes Capalot now getting aggressive and moving up on him. And Capalot will end it. 7-1. Not looking at it. Yeah. This one has been absolutely insane in favor of PackRunners. Just absolutely shoved 7 Days Esports out. But overall, honestly, not a bad cast to do. I stumbled a little, guys. I'm sorry about that. But we'll be back tomorrow. Make sure to check in. Gonna be starting at about 7.
GG, guys.
You guys did great.
I'll see you there.